Beneath the endless skies of the Americas, where the land stretches beyond the horizon, lie some of the most awe-inspiring deserts on Earth. These places, shaped by time, wind, and extreme conditions, hold mysteries, beauty, and resilience beyond imagination. From the fiery red landscapes of the Sonoran Desert in the US and Mexico, to the otherworldly salt flats of Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia, the deserts of North and South America offer a dazzling variety of terrains. Some are bursting with life, like the lush, cactus-filled Sonoran Desert, home to towering saguaros and elusive jaguars. Others are barren and alien, like the Atacama Desert in Chile, known as the driest place on the planet, where NASA tests rovers before sending them to Mars. The Patagonian Desert in Argentina stretches across the southernmost parts of the continent, its windswept plain and rocky outcrops creating a harsh yet stunning wilderness. Meanwhile, the Lençóis Maranhenses in Brazil defies all logic, a desert filled with crystal-clear lagoons that appear after seasonal rains, turning the dunes into a surreal paradise. But deserts are more than just landscapes. They are living, breathing ecosystems where life has found astonishing ways to survive. In Venezuela's Médanos de Coro, golden dunes shift like waves under the relentless sun, while in Colombia's Tatacoa Desert, a land of red rock formations and deep canyons reveals traces of prehistoric fossils. These regions have not only shaped nature, but also human history and culture. The deserts of the Americas are places of contrast, silence and storms, isolation and hidden life, desolation and breathtaking beauty. They challenge the limits of survival, yet captivate the hearts of all who venture into them. So get ready, because today, we're diving deep into some of the most breathtaking deserts in North and South America, where the impossible becomes reality. Atacama Desert, Chile. The Atacama Desert in northern Chile is one of the driest places on Earth, with some areas receiving no rainfall for centuries. Stretching over 600 miles along the Pacific coast, it lies between the Andes Mountains and the Pacific Ocean. Despite its harsh conditions, the desert is home to unique wildlife, including vicuñas, Andean foxes, and flamingos. The landscape is a mix of salt flats, rugged mountains, geysers, and lunar-like valleys, making it a dream destination for adventurers. One of the most famous sites is the Valle de la Luna, Valley of the Moon, which resembles the surface of the moon. Atacama's night skies are among the clearest in the world, attracting astronomers and stargazers from across the globe. The ALMA Observatory, located in the desert, is one of the most advanced astronomical research centers in existence. The Atacama Salt Flats, or Salar de Atacama, are home to vast white salt plains and pink flamingos wading in shallow lagoons. El Tatio Geysers, a high-altitude geothermal field, erupts in dramatic steam columns at sunrise, creating an otherworldly scene. The Hand of the Desert, Mano del Desierto, is a massive sculpture of a human hand emerging from the sand, a famous landmark in the region. Ancient cultures, such as the Atacameño people, have thrived in this extreme environment for thousands of years. Petroglyphs and ruins from early civilizations can still be found in desert caves and rock formations. During rare rainfall events, the desert transforms into a blooming paradise, with colorful wildflowers covering the barren landscape. The Atacama Desert was used by NASA to test Mars rovers because its terrain closely resembles that of the Red Planet. San Pedro de Atacama, a small oasis town, serves as the gateway for travelers exploring the region's wonders. The desert's dry climate has preserved ancient mummies, including those of the Chinchorro culture, which predate the Egyptian mummies. Tourists can explore giant sand dunes, go sandboarding, or take guided desert hikes through stunning rock formations. Laguna Miscanti and Laguna Meñiques are two high-altitude lakes that contrast beautifully with the surrounding arid landscape. Temperatures in the Atacama can vary dramatically, with scorching heat during the day and freezing cold at night. Visiting the Atacama Desert feels like stepping into an alien world. Where extreme beauty meets the forces of nature in breathtaking ways. Patagonian Desert, Argentina. The Patagonian Desert, also known as the Patagonian Steppe, is the largest desert in Argentina and the 8th largest in the world. Stretching over 260,000 square miles, it lies between the Andes Mountains and the Atlantic Ocean, creating a vast, windswept landscape. Despite its arid conditions, the desert is home to unique wildlife, including guanacos, Patagonian foxes, armadillos, and even the endangered Andean condor. The climate is harsh and windy, with extreme temperature variations, making it one of the most inhospitable yet stunning regions in South America. Ancient cave paintings at Cueva de las Manos, dating back over 9,000 years, provide insight into the early indigenous cultures that once thrived here. Tatacoa Desert, Colombia. The Tatacoa Desert is one of Colombia's most unique landscapes, located in the Huila department, near the town of Villavieja. Despite its name, Tatacoa is technically not a desert, but a semi-arid dry tropical forest. The desert is divided into two main areas: El Cusco, known for its striking red rock formations, and Los Hoyos, which features gray, lunar-like terrain. Tatacoa is famous for its eroded canyons, labyrinth-like formations, and dramatic cliffs, shaped by wind and water over thousands of years. The region is one of the best places for stargazing in Colombia due to its low light pollution and clear night skies. The Tatacoa Astronomical Observatory offers nightly tours where visitors can observe planets, constellations, and even distant galaxies. Temperatures in the desert can reach over 100 degrees Fahrenheit during the day, while nights are much cooler. Wildlife in the area includes iguanas, scorpions, foxes, and various species of snakes, adapted to the harsh conditions. The desert gets its name from tatacoas, which were once venomous snakes that inhabited the region. The area was once a lush, green forest millions of years ago, but climate changes transformed it into the arid landscape seen today. The Guajira Desert, Colombia and Venezuela. The Guajira Desert is the northernmost desert in South America, stretching across Colombia and Venezuela. It is known for its golden sand dunes, rocky plateaus, and stunning coastline along the Caribbean Sea. The desert is home to the Wayuu people, an indigenous community with a rich cultural heritage and unique traditions. Temperatures in Guajira can soar above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest and driest regions in Colombia. One of the most breathtaking sights is Punta Galinas, the northernmost point of South America, where towering dunes meet the turquoise sea. Flamingos, goats, and desert foxes are some of the few species that have adapted to the harsh environment. The desert is a paradise for adventure seekers, offering off-road excursions, sandboarding, and visits to remote fishing villages. Exploring the Guajira Desert feels like stepping into a world untouched by time, where nature and indigenous culture blend in a mesmerizing way. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat in the world, covering an area of over 4,000 square miles in southwestern Bolivia. It was formed when prehistoric lakes evaporated, leaving behind a thick crust of salt that stretches as far as the eye can see. During the rainy season, December to April, a thin layer of water transforms the salt flat into a perfect mirror, reflecting the sky in a breathtaking optical illusion. In the dry season, May to November, the surface cracks into hexagonal salt patterns, creating a surreal, geometric landscape. Salar de Uyuni sits at an altitude of around 12,000 feet above sea level, making it one of the highest salt flats in the world. Beneath the salt lies one of the largest lithium reserves on Earth, a mineral crucial for modern batteries. The salt flat is home to Isla Incahuasi, an island covered in giant cacti that grow up to 30 feet tall. Flamingos, vicuñas, and Andean foxes are some of the few animals that have adapted to the harsh environment of the salt flat. The Uyuni region experiences extreme temperature changes, with scorching sun during the day and freezing cold at night. The vast, city featureless landscape makes Salar de Uyuni one of the best places for optical illusion photography, allowing visitors to play with perspective. Salar de Uyuni was once part of a massive prehistoric lake called Lake Minchin, which dried up thousands of years ago. The salt is harvested by local communities, and visitors can see traditional salt mounds, where workers pile up salt for collection. The Salt Hotel, entirely built from salt blocks, offers a unique accommodation experience in the middle of the flats. The nearby train cemetery, Cementerio de Trenes, features rusting locomotives from the 19th century, remnants of Bolivia's abandoned mining industry. Because of its clear skies and high altitude, Salar de Uyuni is an ideal spot for stargazing, offering incredible views of the Milky Way. NASA has used the salt flat to calibrate satellites, as its vast, flat surface provides a nearly perfect reference point. During sunset, the landscape turns golden, pink, and purple, creating an unforgettable visual spectacle. Tourists typically visit Salar de Uyuni as part of a multi-day 4x4 tour, which also includes nearby deserts, geysers, and colorful lagoons. The surreal beauty of Salar de Uyuni has made it one of the most photographed and visited natural wonders in South America. Standing in the middle of Salar de Uyuni feels like being on another planet where the sky and ground blend into one endless horizon. Salinas Grandes, Argentina. Salinas Grandes is one of Argentina's largest salt flats, covering an area of over 2,300 square miles in the northwest of the country. It is located in the provinces of Jujuy and Salta, sitting at an altitude of around 11,500 feet above sea level. The salt flat was formed by the evaporation of ancient lakes, leaving behind a vast, white desert of salt. During the rainy season, December to March, a thin layer of water creates a mirror effect, reflecting the sky in a stunning visual illusion. In the dry season, April to November, the surface cracks into perfect hexagonal patterns, creating a surreal landscape. Salinas Grandes is less touristy than Bolivia's Salar de Uyuni, making it a quieter but equally mesmerizing destination. The region is an important source of lithium and salt, and visitors can see traditional salt extraction methods still used by local workers. Because of the flat, featureless landscape, Salinas Grandes is a perfect place for perspective photography, where people appear to shrink or grow in size. The salt flat is surrounded by the Andes Mountains, offering a breathtaking contrast between the white plains and the rugged peaks. Despite the harsh environment, some hardy plant species and small desert animals have adapted to survive in the area. The nearby Puna region is home to indigenous Quechua and Kala communities who have lived in harmony with the land for centuries. The sky above Salinas Grande is incredibly clear, making it a great destination for stargazing and astrophotography. Because of its high altitude, temperatures in the salt flat can vary drastically, from scorching sun during the day to freezing cold at night. Visitors can explore the salt flats by walking, taking a guided tour, or driving across in a 4x4 vehicle. The journey to Salinas Grande usually includes a scenic drive along Cuesta de Lipan, a winding mountain road with spectacular views. The salt crust in some areas is several feet thick, and workers carve out shallow saltwater pools, which reflect the sky beautifully. Unlike some other salt flats, Salinas Grandes does not have large bodies of standing water, but it still offers an otherworldly, dreamlike landscape. The experience of standing in the middle of Salinas Grande feels like walking on an endless white ocean, stretching as far as the eye can see. Salinas Grandes is a hidden gem of Argentina, offering a peaceful yet striking natural wonder that remains relatively untouched by mass tourism. Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. Lençóis Maranhenses National Park is one of Brazil's most breathtaking natural wonders, known for its endless white sand dunes and seasonal turquoise lagoons. Located in the state of Maranhão, in northeastern Brazil, this unique desert-like landscape stretches over 600 square miles. Despite looking like a desert, Lençóis Maranhenses receives heavy rainfall, which forms crystal-clear lagoons between the dunes from January to June. The best time to visit is between June and September, when the rainwater-filled lagoons are at their fullest, creating a surreal contrast with the sand. The park's name, Lençóis Maranhenses, translates to bed sheets of Maranhão due to the rolling dunes that resemble giant, rippling sheets. Many of the lagoons, such as Lagoa Azul and Lagoa Bonita, are famous for their brilliant blue and green waters, perfect for swimming. Because the dunes shift constantly with the wind, Lençóis Maranhenses is always changing, making each visit a unique experience. The nearest gateway to the park is the small town of Barreirinhas, where most visitors start their journey into the dunes. Tourists can explore the park by off-road vehicles, trekking, or even horseback riding, making for an adventurous experience. Lençóis Maranhenses is home to diverse wildlife, including migratory birds, freshwater fish, and the elusive red-footed tortoise. Some fish species, such as the wolffish, Tripedia, have adapted to survive in the lagoons by burrowing into the wet sand during the dry season. The Rio Preguiças, a scenic river lined with palm trees and mangroves, flows near the park and offers boat tours to charming fishing villages. Local communities like Atins and Santo Amaro live on the edges of the park, maintaining a traditional lifestyle connected to nature. The sun sets over the dunes, and lagoons create a mesmerizing landscape with golden hues reflecting off the rippling sand. Lençóis Maranhenses is part of Brazil's Route of Emotions, Rota das Emoções, a famous ecotourism trail linking stunning natural destinations. The climate is hot and humid year-round, but the ocean breeze and the refreshing lagoons provide relief from the heat. Unlike most deserts, Lençóis Maranhenses does not have arid conditions, as it receives nearly 50 inches of rain per year. The park is protected as a national park, meaning there are no permanent settlements inside its boundaries to preserve its pristine beauty. Visitors often combine a trip to Lençóis Maranhenses with a visit to São Luís, the capital of Maranhão, known for its colonial architecture. Lençóis Maranhenses remains one of South America's most otherworldly landscapes, offering a dreamlike setting that feels like stepping into another planet. Sonoran Desert, USA and Mexico. The Sonoran Desert is one of North America's largest and hottest deserts, spanning parts of Arizona, California, and northwestern Mexico. It covers an area of roughly 100,000 square miles, making it one of the most ecologically diverse deserts in the world. Unlike many other deserts, the Sonoran Desert experiences two rainy seasons, with summer monsoons and winter rains bringing occasional bursts of water. It is home to the iconic saguaro cactus, which can grow up to 40 feet tall and live for over 150 years. Other unique plants, such as ocotillo, palo verde, and cholla cacti, thrive in the desert's harsh yet nutrient-rich soil. The Sonoran Desert supports a wide variety of wildlife, including bobcats, coyotes, desert tortoises, roadrunners, and even jaguars in some remote areas. The Gila monster, one of the only venomous lizards in the world, is a rare but fascinating resident of the desert. The desert's diverse ecosystems include sand dunes, rocky mountains, dry riverbeds, arroyos, and lush oases, making it one of the greenest deserts on Earth. Despite its extreme heat, indigenous peoples like the Tohono O'odham and Seri have lived in the Sonoran Desert for centuries, adapting to its tough environment. The Sonoran Desert National Monument in Arizona protects a large portion of the desert's untouched wilderness and unique landscapes. In spring, after a good rainy season, the desert bursts into color with wildflowers such as Mexican poppies, lupines, and desert marigolds. The Sonoran Desert is the only place in the world where saguaros grow naturally, making it a symbol of the American Southwest. Many animals in the desert, like kangaroo rats and jackrabbits, have evolved to survive with very little water and extreme temperatures. The Colorado River and the Sea of Cortez influence the desert's climate, helping sustain small but crucial wetlands and estuaries. Temperatures in the Sonoran Desert can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer, but drop to freezing levels on winter nights. The desert is also home to biosphere reserves, such as El Pinacate y Gran Desierto de Altar, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Mexico. The Sonoran Desert's landscapes have been featured in many Western films, books, in paintings, often symbolizing the rugged beauty of the Southwest. Visitors can explore the desert through hiking, off-roading, wildlife watching, and even hot air ballooning, especially in areas like Saguaro National Park. Ancient petroglyphs and rock carvings left by indigenous civilizations can still be found in secluded desert caves and canyons. The Sonoran Desert remains one of the most biologically rich and visually stunning deserts in the world, blending harsh survival with unexpected beauty.